Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It is Pierre, Simple Homebrew, with yet another beer, another brew, and something that we're going to enjoy, I hope. I'm giving this away to a friend of mine. It's his birthday very soon, and he's going to cop that. I hope he likes it. Anyway, today I have been contacted by the brew seller, Michael from the brew seller, and he kindly sent down a couple of kits, a All Inn Brewing Co limited release draft, and like a clone kit, but that's coming up in the next video. If you're interested in seeing a fresh wort kit being brewed, stick around. All right, we've got the All Inn Brewing Co limited release draft, which is a company in Queensland who produce these worts, and they're an independent company. They're a company that puts out a whole heap of different flavours. Now, if you check out Valley Hydroponics and Homebrew, they have a whole heap of kits there. Have a look at what they've got. They've got flavours coming out your wazoo, and it's bloody brilliant. This stuff works. They're a 15-litre kit, and all you need to do is add about 5 litres of clean water to it in a fermented bucket and go from there. I've got an Apollo 30-litre not Titan, but a 30-litre fermenter. The Titan's is the stainless steel one. That's for another use, next video. We're going to brew this today. It does recommend using Morgan's, what's it say here? It says use Morgan's premium lager yeast. I don't have premium lager yeast. I do have California lager yeast. This one will ferment at a higher temperature, so it's not going to be perfect the way I want it, but it'll give me an idea on what it tastes like. So it says to ferment about 18 degrees Celsius, between 18 and 20 degrees Celsius. So it's a real small category in the fermentation cycle. And it should take around about 2 weeks to ferment, I would say. And then a couple more weeks to age to taste nice. So we'll go tasting that. But today, what are we going to do? We're going to open the box. Have a look at it. On the front here, as you can see, it has little information, bits and pieces. It's got a little QR code, if you can see that. On here is the tried and tested recipe, malt liquor, easy drinking and thirst quenching. Dry hop suggestion, no dry hop suggestions recommended. And of course they say the yeast recommendation is Morgan's Premium Lager Yeast. Also, it is a bag, a plastic goon bag, as you want to put it, in a box. So you need to make sure you don't use a knife to cut the actual tape to open her up, which is what I won't do. I'll tear off the tape here so we can see what the go is and have a look at what we're working with. Now, last time I did this, I think this is a clear bag and you can actually see the wort. I think it's a great idea to put into a silver lined bag to keep the light out, and it makes it stay fresh longer. So like any old thing, they've all got the same thing, and all you get in this whole kit is this bag. That's it, nothing more. There's 2 ways you can pour it into your system. You could pop the lid off, which is what I'll be doing, and just pour it straight through the lid, or hold it by the lid because it's like a handle, and even cut a little segment out of here, slightly through, not all the way, and it will pour in without having to worry about trying to struggle with it and hold it, which I might actually do for this one, because I never keep the bags anyway. But then it makes it hard. No, it's fine. That's okay, we'll do that. All I have to do now is empty the sanitizer out of my fermenter. I do have a sink here that I built. If you guys are interested, I did a whole video series on building my shed, and it can be a little bit interesting. It's amateur, of course, because that's what I am, and I'm sure you guys can appreciate that. I'm going to give this a quick rinse because there's a few bits in here I want to fix up. I'll cut back to it. I was just a bit weary about it. There was a few chunks in there I didn't like, so I gave it a quick wipe out and a quick rinse with a new set of sanitizer, a new batch of sanitizer, and now I'm happy. It's gotten a nice rinse of sanitizer and it's set to go. So we can actually pour this product in there. Sorry about that, I had to make sure it was clean. It's what you need to do when you're brewing. So what I'll do now is basically, it's so easy really. I'll pop the end off this, I'll pour it into my fermenter. Take this out. And we'll see how it looks. I don't know if I should I hold it like that? Open the lid, pour it? I think I will. The end cap here has a little pull tab on it. So hopefully I'm not going to put too much pressure on it while I'm pulling it. Got it all over my face. Ooh, it smells good. All right, I shall do it. You ready for it? This is very awkward. All right, find if you hold the nozzle in place, it's not going to go anywhere other than in the hole. Oh, yeah. Now empty that whole bag in. The big thing is I need to fill it up with another 5 litres because it's 15 litres to make it 20 litres. But funny enough, the side of the thing says 17 litres on it. So I'm going to put 3 litres in this and pour that in and make it 20 litres and keep it at that. So I'll fill the goon bag up, this little fella. And I've measured that on my filometer at 3 litres, so it will fill up pretty quick. And it'll be an accurate measurement, hopefully. I'll pop the lid back on. And just give it a bit of a swirl, swish. And that is our goon bag emptied. We now will dispose of the box and the bag. All I have to do now is put my yeast in and swish it around a little bit, get it aerated and leave it sit for 2 weeks and see how it ferments. I have sanitizer in a spray bottle, just like that. We'll tear the top off, just like that, and pour our yeast in. You know what I didn't do? I didn't take a measurement, which I'll do. As soon as I put the lid on, I'll take a quick measurement, find out what the actual starting gravity is, and we'll go from there. Here's my dip tube and pickup. This is a floaty dip tube, so it floats up and it allows me to pick up beer from the base, from the inside of the actual, or below the water line, so that we don't get too much sediment. I've learnt that these silicone hoses tend not to flex enough for these, so I'm gonna have to get some thinner hoses to make that work. I will spray this down with sanitizer. Yes, lots of no rinse sanitizer is being used to make sure that any kind of external bacteria that you may have in the system won't be there afterwards. Throw that in, swirl that. Usually splash that everywhere. Pop on my lid. And we'll shake it. Okay, I've completely and utterly aerated that with enough oxygen for the yeast to breathe and yeast to do its job, so it's really cool. Now all there's left to do is to quickly grab a sample. I'll grab my trusty quickie. Just throw some sanitizer on that as well. There it is. There's probably not going to be any pressure in there, so I will throw that on there just to get it ready. And I'll chuck a little bit of pressure in just so I can actually get a sample. Throw it into this little fella. Just quickly. Throw that in there. When they present the box to us, on the box it says 1050 is the starting gravity of the wort that's in the actual box. Now when we dilute it, of course it's going to drop down, and this one has dropped down to 1040. What I can tell, it's 1043-ish, so we'll work off that. Now, I just want to give it a bit of a taste. Smells good. That's very nice. It's just a nice and normal, a bit of bitterness, but just a nice, sweet, normal bit of drinkable. Like that, it's actually quite nice. Well worth looking at. Going to put that into my house now, where it stays at around 20 degrees, and Oh, what if I put it? Yeah, I'm going to put it in my house now for where it stays about 20 degrees all the time. Right now during the winter because we have the heater on. And I'm going to let that ferment under pressure at about 5 psi for a day or two. Let the fermentation settle down, then I'll crank it. So I'm going to get up to about 15 psi. And that'll give me a little bit of carbonation free. And then I can recarbonate it or extra carbonate it. That's how you say it, isn't it? And give it a few more bubbles and make it work. Anyway, we'll get back to you in about 2 weeks' time when I start transferring it to a keg and when I taste it. So hopefully you guys will get a good idea on how good these kits are. If you want one of these kits, Valley Hydroponic and Homebrew in Traralgon sell them. They've got a large array of them in stock. You can also order them through Gippsland Hydroponics and Homebrew in Traralgon as well, or online from all these companies that supply homebrew beers. I like fresh wort kits because it's just like making a fresh beer from your own grains, and you don't have to go through all the work and trouble. And sometimes when you're in a hurry, like I am in this case, it's quick, it's easy. It took me 15 minutes. If I wasn't talking to you on a camera, it would take me less. Anyway, we'll see you soon. All right, I'm here, ready to check it out and see what it's like. It has fermented down to 1.012. Here's the photo. Now, I transferred it into a keg, got it ready, grabbed myself a sample, which is in that photo you just saw, and I've got myself a glass as well. It's a bit cloudy still, so I did cold crash it, but I shook it up a little bit as I transferred it. So it will clear out over a couple of weeks when it carbonates. So I've got a carbonation on it at the moment, and it should just settle down beautifully and be a nice clear beer. Anyway, we shall taste it. It's got a bit of carbonation from fermentation. It's got a yeasty smell to it, so it's been there for a bit for a yeast smell, so that's okay. That'll go away as it ages over a couple of weeks. The smell though, I've got to get past the yeasty smell. It took a bit of time to actually ferment this one, hence why the video's so late. What do we got? It's very beery, of course it's a beer. So we shall smell it. It smells like beer. It smells relatively clean. It has a bit of a wheaty sort of smell to it, almost sweetish kind of flavour or smell. And let's taste it, shall we? Yeah, that's good. Wow, it's malty. It's got a little bit of a malt flavour to it. A bit more. Honey. Not entirely sweet. Almost fully carbonated. I've got a bit of citrusy. Oh, this is going to age beautifully. It's good. I can drink this very well, very easily. Let's try more. Oh, I like it. That is going to turn out to be a really nice beer in a couple of weeks, and it's already tasting pretty good now. Got a bit of sweetness to it. It's got a bit of a bitter taste or aftertaste on the tongue. A small amount of sweetness, but more citrusy sweet, which makes no sense. And it's almost sour in a good way. It's not sour at all, but it has that sour tang to the tongue. Now this beer is going to be donated to a friend who's having a birthday party very soon, and it's quite palatable, so I'm enjoying that. That is a really good beer. That one, my friend, is the All Inn limited release draft, and it's quite good. They're available at the local brew shop anywhere you are, but our local brew shop, Valley Hydroponics and Homebrew, is the preferred one. And there is another one here called Greenleaf Hydroponics and Homebrew. That is another place you can get it from as well. So guys, if you want one, go grab one. It's well worth it. And I've done a few of these now, and I've been very happy with them. Price-wise, $45 to $50, depending on what shop you go to. And the quality is like a brewed beer at home with using your own grains. I'd like to thank the brew seller, Michael, your champ mate. Thank you for sending me these products, especially this one here, the All In. He did send me another kit, which is this one here. This is a Morgan's Great Northern style beer. I'm going to do that in the next couple of videos. I do still need to finish off a couple more, and we'll go from there. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you to my patrons for looking after this channel like always. Thank you for looking after my channel by watching the whole thing, giving me the thumbs up and saying, well done, Pierre. And we will see you in the next brew. Cheers, guys. Have a great one. yeah, it's good. Like it.